everybody. It's the John and Wendy Show, live coming to you on the Outlaw Nation Twitch channel. I am the Outlaw John Rocha, and I'm joined as always by Wendy Lee. Wendy, how are you?
I am doing good. It's a hot day today up in LA. It's
Yes, it is.
currently 91, and I just brought Navi back from her walk, and she's refusing to drink water.
Oh no,
Navi! She doesn't want to drink water. She doesn't want to do much of anything right now because she's out of surgery. On Monday, she's got 3 huge areas that has stitches.
Okay.
So I can't even pick her up. I have to put her in the bed and then taco her inside the bed and carry her down the stairs because she's not allowed to go downstairs. So this recovery process this time around for her is really, really stressful. And I mean, Felcor had, I think, in total about 7 surgeries.
Wow.
So it's not like I'm not used to, taking care of a dog, but this time it's a little different. But on the good part is we got her lab results back. They sent one of the tumors in to get tested because he didn't like the way it looked and how it was. And he said it's not malignant. So
well, that's good.
It's benign. Yeah. She doesn't have cancer because that would be, knock on wood, the worst possible.
No doubt.
So yeah,
just in case. That's great. That's so great to hear. Well, I mean,
thank you.
Yeah, that's it. When you get good news about something you love, about someone you love, or a pet you love, it's always a good thing. So yeah, that's great. That's so fantastic. And
what about you? Drink water.
Or get your avatar Navi to drink water for you.
Navi. What about you? What have you been up to all this week?
Well, busy week. I just edited my Top Gun Maverick review that's up there on the YouTube channel, on the Outlaw Nation YouTube channel. And what else? I've just been kind of dealing with more of the responsibilities here, is kind of get used to being, part of the board for the Hollywood Critics Association. So just getting some of the, kind of catching up with all the paperwork on that, and then also just had some couple of just really changes going on in the channel. And the Ultimate Showdown After Show is no longer on the Outlaw Nation channel. It's gone. It's no longer being done. So just kind of figuring out, okay, what can I do with the time that I have?
Take it for yourself. Do not fill the slot.
I know you're right.
Stop. Don't make me drive to San Diego to kick your butt.
That's true.
Don't make me do it.
Speaking of kicking my butt, I got the 4th booster right there. That's right. 4th. Hey-o. Nice.
I got because I had J&J, so my doctor was like, you kind of need to get a different. I was like, I see what you're saying. So I got it.
I see what you're saying.
Any symptoms?
No, I just got it maybe an hour and a half.
You want to feel it if you feel any at all.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow or Sunday. That's why I got it today, so they could have the weekend to kind of, if anything happens, I could just crash or whatever. But yeah, I mean, so the 4th booster, so just got it, 2 boosters, 2 vaccinations. So I'm good to go now because, I mean, Star Wars Celebration is just a few days away, Wendy. And I don't think it's like CinemaCon where press goes into one area and everyone else goes into another. It's going to be everybody slamming into each other. So I got to make sure how I navigate all of that for sure. And I'm on a panel on Sunday with Ace Cabrera, Danny Fernandez, Hector Navarro, and a couple other people talking about
yes, my Latinx people.
Yes, Latinx in Star Wars. So that's going to be Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So I want to make sure I don't catch anything while I'm there in Anaheim.
Well, the good thing is I believe, and the chat, let me know if it's incorrect, but I believe they're enforcing the proof of vaccination as well as mask wearing.
Yeah.
So from what I heard last time, I don't know if that's changed, but I like to. Just so everybody can stay without getting just the regular con crud. We don't want that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to and best wishes to our friend Jeff Snyder, who got COVID again. So
no.
From it right now. He's got another 7 days of quarantining to go. So
Jeff, is he eating vitamins? Is he taking vitamins?
I don't know what Jeff is eating. I really I look at him and I can't imagine vitamins have gone into that body, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, we are here with a bit of a special show today because we're doing just a Q&A show. We're going to talk about some Top Gun Maverick and some Doctor Strange reactions and reviews and whatever. But overall, we're going to be taking your questions, and we asked for some questions ahead of time with the hashtag Ask John and Wendy. So we're going to address those questions. Keep it a little bit of a short show, have a little fun with you all, and then head on off with the rest of our weekends. I have another show after this one live at 5 p.m. PT on the YouTube channel doing our Doctor Strange review with the Geek Buddies. And then after that, I can relax for the rest of the night.
Take a nap.
No shit. Anyway, but yeah, and if you want to send Streamlabs with your questions, if you want to send questions while we're doing the Q&A right now, feel free to do so. We will answer them on the Streamlabs, or if you want to send bits or cheers to ask a question, you can do so as well. So, Wendy, where shall we start? Do you want to start with all the questions, or you want to start with our reviews? What do you want to start with?
You know what? We can kick it off with a quick review of Top Gun. We're going to keep it spoiler free, but we both had the opportunity to see it. What format did you see it in?
I think just no. Oh, I saw it at CinemaCon. So I saw it.
Wow!
At the Caesar's, like Caesar Hotel, whatever it is, Caesar's Palace, Dolby Atmos theater in the balcony. So it was the greatest sound and the greatest picture you could look at it, and it was glorious, absolutely glorious. So that's what I had. What about you?
I picked IMAX.
Oh, nice. How was it in IMAX?
Incredible, especially for all the aerial sequences. They opened up to the full, because you know how some movies they kind of switch back and forth a little bit.
Yes.
Every now and again. It's not really super noticeable because I was so into the movie. Right. But I can't wait to see it again. And then the next time I see it, it's actually going to be in Dolby Atmos.
Oh, nice.
I love Dolby, so I want to see how that sounds and if there's a big difference or not. But yeah,
it's insane. I mean, I had to put in my noise canceling earphones at one point because the sound in that theater was so loud for the aerial sequences. I just was like, "This is insane." I'm looking at Jeff it was so insane how loud it was. But it was the best, and I had a really great time seeing it. And the only thing that sucks is now I have to wait for my screening, which is the 19th next week, finally to see it again. And then when it actually comes out, I will find my way over to see it in IMAX for sure, Wendy. There's one 10 minutes away from me, so I definitely want to go see it in that format. So what'd you think? What did you think?
I was pretty hyped up for this movie. So truth be told, when they first announced Top Gun 2, I was like, do we really need a Top Gun 2? The first movie was great. Just leave it alone. Right. But we forget that it's Tom Cruise involved in this, along with Jerry Bruckheimer coming back to produce on it. So it's one of those things where if an actor was going to have a lot of say in a movie and how the character goes, this was going to be the movie where it was going to be very collaborative. And you definitely saw that. I almost feel like this story watches. Oh no, it's so taboo if I say it. It's like just a little bit better than the tiny.
I don't think that's. I think that's starting to become.
I'm just afraid to say that because I love the storyline with Maverick and Goose and how that. Yeah. So, but we see that carried over. There is some emotional baggage in this movie. That Maverick has to resolve. And I also really liked that because they have a whole new graduate, new class of graduates. Young pilots, daring, talented, but they lacked actual field experience in certain things like a dogfight and the specific mission that they have to go on that is very, very difficult. So like they would need a Jedi, they would need a Luke Skywalker, use the Force. But what I was worried about, because there is her call sign is Phoenix, but I cannot remember the actor's name.
Monica Barbaro,
Oh yes. I was right. I was thinking Monica. I was like, no, that's not right. And I was worried that they were going to kind of do the tropey because like it was going to be a love triangle or something like that. They didn't go anywhere near it. And I'm like, yes, you focus on the Top Gun, you focus on Maverick. It is a continuation of his story 30 years after the events of Top Gun. Yeah. I was floored. It was like just pure entertainment beginning to end.
Yeah. Excellent points. Yeah, same boat as you. I mean, there's no bigger fan of Top Gun than me on the planet. And I mean, I've watched that film, I don't know, 500 million times. I've owned it in every version that it comes in, from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray to 3D to 4K to digital. I have owned every version, watched all the special features, which is hours upon hours of special features. And when I heard this news, I was really like you, Wendy. I was like, do we really what's there to prove? Is he still a captain? How can he? Doesn't that look bad? Like, why must he supposed to cheer for a guy who can't move up in the world? So it was just, I had all these questions. And Tom Cruise, sometimes people say trust in Cameron, trust in Cruise. Like he said, we had to wait for the right script to come along. And I think Tom is really smart about this. He doesn't do a lot of sequels. He does franchise films, certainly with Mission Impossible, but he doesn't do sequels. It's not really his thing. And so he waited, especially a film that really launched Tom Cruise into the stratosphere of worldwide global popularity. He wanted to wait for the right script to come along. The right script came along, and I think Joseph Kosinski, who directed him in Oblivion, and which didn't get the greatest of reviews, I think they worked really well together here. And yeah, as you said, Wendy, the cast, Glenn Powell, Miles Teller, Danny Ramirez, Monica Barbaro, Lewis Hamilton, all of them are distinctly their own characters without being caricatures, and it's believable, and their connections are believable, and their interactions with Maverick as their teacher works so well, and the mission that they go on is legitimately high stakes, and that's really a surprise when you're watching this movie. And even more of a surprise is the emotional beats of this movie that are so believable and honest and real and vulnerable. This is an older man looking back on his life. This is an older man like taking stock of the mistakes that he's made or the things that happened around him in his life and coming to terms with all of them and finally learning how to maybe settle down, maybe kind of finally put away the rebellious nature and look at another possibility for his life finally. So I was really moved. I mean, I cried 3 times in the movie. Like, it just kind of blew me away how much emotion there was in the film, both him dealing with people from his past and also dealing with the stuff in the current present, and also the stuff with Rooster, who's his son, because there's more than just the fact that his father died. There's other stuff that happened in the past, which you find out in the movie, that really kind of helps to give the foundation of the battle between them, which works so well. Yeah. So good. Yeah.
Really, really loved it. And just the flight sequences, man. That's one of the things why I Cruise, from the standpoint of watching him on screen as like he is a true Hollywood movie star. They don't really make him like him anymore.
Nope.
He is. This was in an interview from The Mummy, and say what you will about the movie, I didn't absolutely love it, but in one of the behind the scenes thing was he was literally like rolling down the hill, and then there was a stunt where he obviously did his own stunt where he comes up and over like some logs or something like that, like flipping over, not in a car, like he himself. And the director said right after he yelled cut and they made sure everybody was okay, he said, "I've never seen an actor was able to find the camera and his frame mid-air." Very few people can do that. It's like you, as an actor, especially, you're an actor as well.
Yeah.
So you understand the proximity to where you are and the camera. But there's so many things going on than just, I gotta say, these are my lines, these are the words. It's not about just the words. It's the feeling and the reaction you're getting. So you have to actively listen. And then you got to figure out your camera is here, whatever redirect the director is giving you. You have 500 things going in your mind, like everything's sparking off. So sometimes one of the last things you're thinking about is, where's the camera? Because technically it's the cameraman's job to find you.
You're trying to stay alive as well.
Yeah. But exactly. You want to be in the moment and everything. So it's like for Cruise to, and I felt like I saw that in this film. We're doing a lot of crazy aerial sequences when they're, who knows how fast they're going, how many G's are pushing, but he acted the crap out of that third act. I mean, the whole movie, but especially the third act.
Yeah, absolutely, Wendy. You're so right. This is some of the best work he's done. Snyder said it yesterday on Hot Mic. He said some of the best work he's done since Jerry Maguire, and I think he's not wrong. I think he's not. There's a possibility. There's a future possibility where, other performances don't really shake out the way people anticipate. He could be looking at a Best Actor nomination for Top Gun Maverick. A lot of critics have already been floating the idea that it could get a Best Picture nomination, including Eric Davis over Fandango and a few other people have been saying it could get a Best Picture nomination. So don't be surprised. We've been saying that since CinemaCon. So it wouldn't be out of the realm possibility, but we're only in May. So we'll see what comes out down the road, but it's certainly possible for this to happen. And they didn't sit, there was no green screen that they were sitting in front of. If you watch the behind the scenes featurettes on YouTube, you see them putting the camera in each of these fighter jets. And so the footage is shot by the actors in the fighter jet, and Tom was there to kind of guide them and tell them what to do once they're in the jet, what to shoot. how to adjust the camera, put angles, all of that, as you mentioned, Wendy, finding your camera angle, finding your frame. All of that you see him tell. So the footage you get from inside the cockpit is legitimately footage from inside the cockpit as the actual jet is.
That's
in the air.
insane.
So that's
You have to act. You have to not throw up, and you have to pee your own camera. It's like self-tape to the 100th extreme. That's how I feel when I do a self-tape. Am I in frame? How is the lighting? Is it bouncing off of me correctly? Am I reacting to my reader? And then I have to edit my own footage, which is like, I hate that part because I'm just like, I could have done that so much better. And then 4 hours later, you're like, I can't work this thing anymore. It's dead. It's dead to me.
So there you go. Yeah. So definitely go see it, gang, when it comes out. I haven't seen one negative review about this movie. I've seen some people try to nitpick a couple of things, but it's really tough. I've seen much more people, critics, reviewers, pundits, or whatever, saying that this is one of the greatest films of 2021. It's not even close, or 2022 rather, and then
Top
it's not
5
even
for
close.
me for
So,
sure.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. All right, where else should we go to here, Wendy?
I think we can go to our Twitter for questions, and I've got them pulled up. So this one comes from Vincent Correa at BigBoy559 says, what movie do you think is going to win the summer, and which one is going to be a big bomb? So I've got the schedule. When does this like summer officially start?
It already started.
Okay.
Right? March.
Well,
April 21st is the official start of summer, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah. I say end of May, beginning of June.
Okay.
Because that's when the kiddies are out of school, I think. That's when like summer break happens. So, parents and kids can go to the movies. So if we're looking at, let's just say let's take the Top Gun weekend and see what other films are coming out.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do the wide releases.
Okay.
For that weekend, technically is only Top Gun, but I also wouldn't want to go up against that. The other one that I think will get some eyes in the theaters because it has a big following is the Bob's Burgers movie.
Oh yeah, yep.
That is coming out. Oh, now me too. Not in the same place, I figure.
I know, no.
Let's see. For the next weekend, nothing really, because I'm looking at blockbusters here. Okay. June 10th, we have Jurassic World Dominion. So we've got Top Gun, we've got Jurassic World Dominion, and again, I'm going for kind of the more your standard summer.
Yeah.
Big blockbusters movies. So we've got those two. Let me take a look. Lightyear is coming out.
Okay.
Elvis is coming out.
Yeah.
Black Phone.
Yes.
Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Guru, right? Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted to say Guru. I was trying to add an extra syllable that did not exist in there. The Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank. Just because it's a Paramount Picture animation, I feel like the kids are going to want to go for that. Right. Nope comes out July 22nd. DC League of Super Pets. Easter Sunday, Bullet Train, and that's already in August. And then let's take a look at August. There's some untitled stuff.
Yeah.
There's one from August 12th, unknown title from Walt Disney Motion Pictures. Okay. We have one from Warner Brothers, August 5th, 2022. So we don't know what those are yet.
Okay.
And that kind of is that's about it for the summer. If we're looking at there's also this, it's at the end of the summer, 3,000 Years of Longing, Idris Elba, Tilda Swinton. Yeah, sometimes you got to look at the cast and you're like, okay, I'm going to go see that. So The Samaritan coming out, it's limited. Oh no, it's a wide release. So yeah, there's quite a few. So out of those, I think what's going to win big, Top Gun, I think we can easily include into the conversation.
Okay.
I think Thor: Love and Thunder is going to be got a lot of eyeballs on it. I think the Gru movie is going to do well.
Okay.
Just because of the franchise. And I think we've been wanting that Gru story. We kind of got a tease of it in the last film. So I think this may be like the best one out of the Minions ones, aside from the originals. I think that may be it for me. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the
Bullet Train as well.
Yeah, Bullet Train. I think Bullet Train and Nope. DC League of Super Pets, I think is going to do well. I think Bullet Train is the one that's gonna fail. That's if I'm
Really?
if I'm gonna pick one, and I don't want it to fail, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make this clear. I love the trailer,
Uh-huh.
but I have a concern about how films like that transfer over for American audiences. So you're asking me which one's not going to do well. That's what was.
Oh,
And I think
okay.
the possibility exists that that film does not do well. I think it's either going to be Jurassic World Dominion or Thor: Love and Thunder that rules the summer. It depends on
Ooh.
which one is good. And
Yeah.
Jurassic World does not have a good track record. So the fact that that film could bomb terribly if it's not a good film, because people are already skeptical about it, having endured the last two movies, which has been a law of diminishing returns. Now you throw this into the mix, and is this going to be enough? Because if they waste Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern, that's a real sacrilege.
That's a real bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, exactly. Towards the fans of the the film, the original series, and all of that. So we'll see how that plays out. If it's good, I would love it to be good. I want it to be good. The trailers make it look good, but there's a lot of skepticism around this one. But if Thor: Love and Thunder comes in, I have no doubts about Taika Waititi, and I think that thing is going to be fantastic. So I'm putting all my chips in Thor: Love and Thunder. I will move. That seems to be the most sure one for me. And I don't know what's that with Top Gun. I don't know. For all the great reviews, are people going to want to go? I don't know, but I hope so.
I hope so. I mean, let's see. Since we're talking about Top Gun and the, I'm just going to take a look on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Sure.
Tomato meter there, because people, as much as they, talk about, blah blah blah, Rotten Tomatoes is wrong or whatever it may be, which, well, they don't have an understanding of exactly how it maths, and they're like, it doesn't mean. Anyways, Top Gun is at, where is it? Top
Gun, when's it coming out?
No, I wanted to see the tomato meter. Okay, 84 reviews in from the critics. I haven't submitted mine yet, which I should have done already, but I will after this. 96%.
I mean,
it's going to rank just as high for audience. I think people will go see this.
I hope so. I want them. I want that to do really, really well, for sure. Yeah, Elvis is a good question, Zyba James. You asked Zyba _James, how will Elvis do? I don't know. I mean,
I hope it's. People are saying that Austin Butler is uber. I mean, you can tell.
Yeah.
Uber talented, but the thing is that it's not about how good. Sometimes with these summer movies, it's not about how good. It's not just about how good a movie is. It's about how much the title captures people's attention.
Yeah.
Right now, it doesn't, for me anyways, as much as I am very excited to see this film.
Yeah.
People are going to look at an Elvis and a Top Gun or a Thor: Love and Thunder or a Jurassic World. And I think they go with the other three just because it's got like a big blockbuster name.
Yeah.
Even though Elvis is an icon in himself.
Yeah, I think Elvis is it's gonna be curious. I mean, you've got Baz Luhrmann there. That kind of does a little bit of work for you. The question is going to be what the reviews are going to be like, because look, I think I've said it on this channel. I mean, on the show rather, it was insane. My trailer reaction for that got 45,000 views, almost 50,000 views. So clearly, there's interest in that film. And what I saw at CinemaCon, they showed us an extra 5 to 6 minutes of footage. And Baz Luhrmann came out to introduce it, and he said that you're going to get a film that focuses on Elvis, but it's about telling the story of America through these decades, so reflected in Elvis. And so it's not just an Elvis story, it's also a commentary on how we changed from the 50s, 60s into the 70s. And so that's going to be interesting to see how he goes about telling the story. And I'm telling you right now, it's a Baz Luhrmann approach to Elvis. It's an incredibly stylistic approach to Elvis and his story that works really, really well. And Austin Butler looks like an absolute badass in the role.
Wow.
So I'm very excited to see it, to get a screening for this sooner rather than later, and see what we've got with this film. For sure, because it just blew my mind seeing how much. But I mean, he came out today in an IndieWire. I think he said that it's a superhero movie, and it's like, it's not. We don't need to use the term with Elvis.
For Elvis.
Yeah, he's trying to like how he, came from the, where he came from, and his superpower was his fame and his celebrity, his ability to see and all that. So it's like
Okay.
it's a bit of a stretch, but we'll see. We'll see.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So what else have we got here, Wendy?
Next question, because
Okay.
we only have half an hour left. So
Yeah.
this next one comes from Bruce Aaron Cambosas from
Bruce.
at Bruce, yes, who says, are your expectations for Obi-Wan high, level-headed, or low?
That's a good
Same
question,
reaction.
Bruce. I would say right now I'm level-headed. It was great to see Hayden all in black in Berlin a couple days ago, promoting it with Moses Ingram and Ewan McGregor. But after Book of Boba Fett, and some of the reactions to that, I'm now like a little bit like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what the reaction is. But I want it to be great. What I'm hearing from a couple of my sources is that the Ahsoka scripts are maybe the best scripts. The Star
Well, because
Wars.
it's Filoni, that's why.
Yeah, right,
it's his character. No, it's not his character. It's actually George Lucas's character. But
right.
Dave has a lot with bringing her to life in the Clone Wars. Yes.
For sure. So yeah, but I mean, so I'm very curious to see how they make this happen. I trust in Deborah Chow to deliver a good series, and it's very much about. And Ewan McGregor was talking about at Empire Magazine and said, I had input rather in the story. I had input in where we're going as an executive producer. I had input in what the characters, blah, blah, blah. So he feels very confident about the story. So that makes me excited. And so, yeah, so I'm level-headed about it. I'm trying not to get too hyped up because the fall on Book of Boba Fett was so steep. I don't want to fall again. And after Moon Knight, I really don't want to fall again with Kenobi. So I'm just going to go in hoping to enjoy it and looking to have some fun with it for sure. Wendy,
understandably so.
Yeah.
I mean, is the hype high for me? Yes. Is my expectations high? I am stopping myself from it getting out of hand because I have this habit. It's terrible because I tend to get very excited about things, right? The trailers, it's, when I see them as a reactor, I'm like, oh my gosh,
right,
this looks so good, or, and I am so far really liking what the trailers are showing us. I think cinematically it looks beautiful. I really enjoyed Deborah Chow's work in The Mandalorian. So I would like to see that carry over. But I want to kind of be cautiously optimistic, and I want to try to. So I think I would say I am positive, very positive for the show, but I am level-headed because if I set myself up to, I haven't seen anything about the series other than trailers, so I don't want to put myself like, okay, I'm here, and then I just want to go in and enjoy the story for what they're telling. And I think I kind of made that mistake with Boba Fett after watching The Mandalorian. I was like, it's going to be like this. And I made all these like things in my head. And when it doesn't meet that, because I am not the writer, you're kind of left a little disappointed. But so that's where I am kind of at for that.
Yeah, that's fair. Mumra sent us some cheers here and said,
do
you think a Top Gun 3 is a possibility sooner rather than later? I don't want to answer that. That's what I
mean. From a technical standpoint, I think it takes a lot to coordinate between a bunch of people plus military grade of fighter jets. So, like, if Cruise wants to do another one, they will make it happen. But this isn't just the regular like. Look how long Mission Impossible took, and that doesn't really involve military approval and XYZ. This movie does. So I think the process of getting all of that, it takes. They would have to start today. So
and don't misread it. Don't misread it. I'm not saying anything. I'm not spoiling anything about the movie. I'm just saying I don't know how people are going to react to it, and I don't know if I want another one. To be honest with you. So that's my own personal feeling. This film is so fucking good. And
yes, it's true.
And as Wendy was kind of alluding to, I think undoubtedly it's a better overall film than the original. Even though the original is in my heart forever, this one is a better overall film. script wise, tone wise, emotional beats wise, direction, cinematography, all of it, score. Even they brought back Harold Faltermeyer and Hans Zimmer as a part of this. So like, there's much more. You got Gaga doing the song. There's a lot around it that works so well. So I don't know if I'd want to ruin it by taking a chance on a third one and seeing what happens. So I think for right now, it's a nice story.
It's so good the way it ended.
The way it
so
ends,
good.
it's really good. So you're just like, okay.
We're trying so hard to not give you guys spoiler. Don't read into it.
Don't
read into it. Because we're really not. So
no. No. Smithy, no.
Yeah. Ambulance Soul says if Tom Cruise wants to do it, he probably will. That's basically what it comes down to. If he wants to do it, he'll make it happen. I don't think there's going to be a Top Gun 3 without Tom Cruise in the discussion.
No, right.
Just saying.
Exactly.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. What do we got?
This one comes from Twitter user Ben Hyde 9839 that says, "What has been your favorite movie so far this year?"
I just talked about it for 20 minutes.
You have. What about top? You want to do top 3? Have we seen enough movies to do top 3?
Yeah. Let me take a look.
Yeah, we're gonna have to pull up the good old.
Yeah, because I mean, I got to make sure I don't miss anything because I will throw The Northman onto my list.
Had a feeling you were gonna put that one in your. Yeah, it's a very much your type of film.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon me, all over the place.
It's your flavor.
It is totally my flavor. Yeah, Scream, no. Jackass Forever was fun. Moonfall was okay. Death on the Nile certainly was interesting. I Want You Back is a very nice, quietly good film on I think Amazon Prime that if you guys haven't seen, it's really good.
Yes.
Yeah, Uncharted, no. Dog, no. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, no. Cyrano was okay. Medea, The Batman. Oh, okay. So maybe The Batman, Northman, and
Top
Gun Maverick are probably my top 3 favorites right now as I'm looking coming out of March. Yeah,
that's good because we're kind of early on, you know.
Oh, Wendy. Shit.
Yeah, you forgot one, huh? You want to do a top 4?
Top 4, because I'm gonna throw everything everywhere all at once. Absolutely.
You gotta.
Yeah. How can you not?
Yeah, that's my number 1. Number 1 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Fantastic film.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't really seen two. Like it's like I feel like I've seen it before, but I also haven't because it's so bizarre. It's so weird. Yeah. It's got so many things going on. Literally everything, everywhere.
I'm thinking about going to see it again on Sunday.
It's different every time you see it.
That's what I'm saying. And just do like a spoiler review, second time viewing type thing, or third time viewing, and just kind of have some fun and seeing what I got out of it the second time going to see it. Because I got to see that thing again. You know.
Yeah.
Especially after another. Yeah, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I could absolutely add that to in the.
That's your top 5 for now.
That's probably my top 5.
Things shift as they come out, but yeah, that's good.
It makes it look good for Tom, for sure, for a possible Best Picture nominee. If I only have 5 and we're in May,
there's so many more.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. That's for sure. Yeah, and Downton Abbey, which I really really loved.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's next. Was that Tuesday? That's right. And then
I'm seeing it Tuesday. No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Bob's Burger on Tuesday. I'm seeing Downton Abbey this Saturday.
Right. This Saturday. Right. Because it comes out next week, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it comes out next week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What else have we got here? Who's next on the
real quick top 3, Everything Everywhere All at Once for me. Number 1. Yeah. I'm not gonna list number 1 and number 2 because they shipped back and forth, and these 2 movies I'm about to list could not be more different than the other. But they mean so much to me when I watch it. So Turning Red and Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, nice.
Top 3.
Turning Red. Yeah, that's a great
for now.
All right.
Yeah, so
I actually throw Turning Red into my top best of the year so far. Absolutely.
There you go.
It was fun.
There you go. I cried a lot watching that. Cried a lot. Okay, next question. It's a Top Gun sort of question. This one is by Twitter user at Fredtastic314. with Top Gun Maverick on the horizon, is there another pop classic that could be an interesting sequel? Maybe as a Where Are They Now? Days of Thunder, Real Genius, and Superbad are a few I'd watch for sure. Great show, and looking forward to your response.
Thank you. Wow.
That's a hard one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, if John Candy was still alive, I'd love to see Planes, Trains, and Automobiles 2 with him and Steve Martin. That would be a lot of fun if John Candy.
That just makes me sad.
Yeah, true. Fair point. Wow. 1980s classics. I mean, Willow is coming as a series, right? I mean, they're working on that, so
yeah,
that's pretty cool for a number of people.
Damn,
I don't know. Classic.
I know. It's because we don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
It's because we don't want to touch them.
Titanic 2. Come on.
No. It has risen.
I mean, well, with is it Ke Huy Quan? Is that am I saying that right?
Ke Huy Quan.
Ke Huy Quan. Sorry, with Ke Huy Quan coming back, is there a Goonies sequel that is possible with all of them as dads now? And their kid. I mean, Jerry O'Connell is still around. I think Corey Feldman's still. I think Corey Haim still around? I mean, no,
I wouldn't hate that too much.
Corey Feldman, Jerry O'Connell, all River is passed on. Okay. Just throwing it out there. I think Beetlejuice is coming back because they're working on a Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they're working on a Beetlejuice. They're working on a Beverly Hills Cop. You know what would be cool one is to see maybe the Pink Panther. Maybe.
Wait, which one? Steve Martin or the Pink Panther? Which one are you talking?
Steve Martin one.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I think maybe.
How about a Scarface 2 where he survived from being shot?
No. Oh, stop it. You're gonna bring him back just for this.
You know what'd be funny? What about a When Harry Met Sally sequel? Like, could you see that now?
Oh my God, I kind of want it. Or look, 13 going on 30. All right.
Yes, I would love that.
Jennifer Garner, Mark Ruffalo. We saw them already together in the Adam Project. It's obviously the chemistry is there. So just bring them back and just call it 30 going on whatever age you want it to go on. That's it.
I saw some people suggesting the other day the Thing sequel, where you find out who did survive of the two, of Kurt Russell and Keith David, I think it was, and what happens like all these years later, like who was actually the creature, who isn't, or they find the creature again and they have to go back and kill it. So I think that could be interesting. That could be interesting. that could be really interesting. And I think it's a hard question to answer because it's like there are some classics that I would like to see revived, but at the same time, I think the classics are just perfect as they are. Yeah.
You know, kind of how I felt when I heard about Top Gun 2. I was like, why? First one's great. Leave it alone. And then I saw the second one. I'm like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. I like Mumra saying redo 9 to 5, underrated comment. Well, we're talking about sequels. So she's about to be in 2 episodes of Grace and Frankie. Dolly Parton is. So they're being reunited, the 9 to 5 ladies. But that could be funny to have a 9 to 5 sequel nowadays, considering all that women have gone through since that film in the 1980s and kind of commentary on it. You know, I mean, we saw that with the Sex and Just Like That, whatever that is. So seeing these 3 titans of comedy and just, you know, acting, coming in and having some fun with an interesting script for where they're at in their lives at this time. I think that could be a lot of fun for sure. So
totally possible.
Okay. What else have we got?
Let's move on to, let's see, did the thing start over? Okay, this one comes from MK Songbird, who writes, have there been, it's kind of like a 2-3 question, so we'll just see if we can knock them out. This first one, have there been any movies/shows that have been released this year that you want to see, but just haven't had a chance to yet? Yeah, tons.
Severance. I still have not watched it.
Rocha!
I know everyone tells me it's so damn good, and
your head is gonna pop off when you watch it.
I know. I want to watch this thing. Superman and Lois. I had one of my
Yes.
friends who's a producer over at the Greg Berlanti Productions. He was texting me furiously last night, telling me, you need to watch Superman and Lois. Just start with the second season. You don't need to worry about the first season. Just start with the second season. And he said, this is 10 of the best episodes already that I've ever seen on television ever with the superhero bent to them. So I'm slowly being talked into that for sure. What about you, Wendy? Is there anything that you have missed that you want to watch? Go back and watch.
So many. There's so many on my list that I haven't finished or I haven't started. Halo for one.
Oh God.
I know.
Drama. Master Chief is having sex, Wendy. Master Chief is having sex.
Drama. How dare he? How dare he? God, let's see. I'm trying to look through my list. There's a lot of like Apple TV. It's mostly Apple TV.
Okay.
Plus shows like Foundation. I haven't finished.
Oh yes.
We Crashed. Yeah. I haven't finished. I have a bad habit of starting them and not After Party. Haven't finished.
Oh yeah, the After Party.
Yeah. So that's like the three that. Oh good. Good.
Yeah.
That's the three that I'm just like, it's there, and it's like I'll start watching when I'm in bed, and then I'm like, I'm tired.
I want to look this up. Great TV shows of 2022 real quick.
I want to see Inventing Anna.
Oh yeah, I gotta see You know what I haven't started that I'm kicking myself over? I haven't even started The Offer, the Godfather one on Paramount Plus.
Oh, I think you'd like it.
I've got to send the girlfriend out of the house for a few hours on Saturday tomorrow.
Oh, she doesn't like Godfather?
No, she's not a fan of those kinds of shows.
Oh, gotcha. So, okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. I haven't started Outer Range either, the one with Josh Brolin on Amazon Prime. I am watching Under the Banner of Heaven, and that is fantastic. So if you guys are watching that, you all need to watch that.
Excellent.
Let's see. I don't know if I watched. Obviously, I covered We Crashed. Dropout. I watched. It was great.
Oh, that's a good show.
Oh, I haven't seen Our Flag Means Death. I haven't seen one episode of that.
So you would be into it. I think that kind of humor you'd be into. She'd be into it too. I think Lady Outlaw might be into it as well. Okay. I think so.
That sounds like Wendy would.
Because you guys like British.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I mean, it's really more Taika, but.
Yeah. I don't know if she's doing pirate shit though. I don't know. We'll see.
It's not that piratey.
Okay.
Because of who he is, not Blackbeard, but
right.
Our protagonist. He's not really a pirate. Not at the beginning, anyways.
All right. What about you? Any more that you haven't?
I think I all the K-dramas. I haven't started Business Proposal. Yeah. Okay. I haven't finished Snowdrop. I am on episode 12. I'm very close. I have 4 more episodes to go. But these shows are like an hour 15, an hour 30 per episode. Joke. So it's it's a marathon.
Theral Unfiction recommended The Man Who Fell to Earth, saying that it's good. And I have not seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
But yeah, MODOK was canceled, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Oh, Yellow Jackets. Yeah, I haven't watched Yellow Jackets. A lot of people told me that is excellent, and I haven't.
Can confirm it's a good show.
Yeah. See, so
it's just a lot because we review movies, and then there's these TV shows. And then there's the Disney Plus shows because we're into, comic book stuff. There's The Boys. There is Peacemaker. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
I love this. Zach Mendoza says, Snowdrop is so long. I'm on episode 10.
It's very long, and I'm very depressed every time I finish an episode. Things are getting dire. Yeah. Getting dicey. I don't know where it's going to go, but I think it's going to be a very sad ending. I have not cried yet. In a single episode of Snowdrop. But K-dramas, they always sneak up on you. Episode 16, I'm just going to boohoo the entire time. I'm positive.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I haven't started is the new season of Atlanta. They just did episode 9. So 10 is around the corner. So see, the way it works in my house, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a reviewer. The Lady Outlaw is not a reviewer. So for her, we can't start shows unless we have all the episodes. She does not like to wait. We did watch the first 6 episodes of Barry and the first 6 episodes of Hacks, which are incredible. The first season 2 and season 3. The season 2 of Hacks is phenomenal. It just started. Season 3 of Barry is the best season of Barry ever. So we got to see those. But unless all the episodes are there, I don't. So Atlanta was the one that she made me wait for because that was literally one at a time. Because I don't have a Hulu connection, and so I have to wait. But it's so frustrating. Now that we're on episode 9, I think finally we can start and get into it. So we'll see.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the way it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it works. All right. What's the next question? We're running out of time. We got like 12 minutes.
Yeah, I got 3 more questions. I think this is still from MK. Most memorable moment from a show and or movie of 2022 so far.
Ooh.
Most memorable moment from a show or movie.
Ooh.
Most memorable. I'm gonna go with From Everything Everywhere All at Once, the rock scene.
Oh man.
I don't know why, but that got me real bad.
Oof, that was
I was sitting there watching rocks with googly eyes and I'm crying.
Yeah, it's because of the script. And because it's so brilliantly the way they've constructed that movie, because if you do that rock scene too early in the film, it doesn't have the emotional weight. It shows up at exactly the right time when you've gotten exposure to these two characters and their relationship and the history of their relationship. So when the stuff happens with the two rocks, you're just like, oh my God, how am I losing myself over this incredible moment? Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know that I have one.
Oh.
I don't know that I mean, hasn't there been something recently that's like a massive shock that you're just like, oh my God, there's the twist or whatever? There's something that I can't think of right off the hand.
Was it a movie?
I think it was a movie, but I don't remember.
Was it Multiverse of Madness?
No, I saw that coming a mile away.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I can remember. Oh, well, yes. Okay, I could say Multiverse of Madness. Certainly the cameos were great because I didn't buy into the hype and I didn't go and research. I didn't do any of that. I just kind of sat there. But I'll tell you what's a real close second is Ahsoka Tano showing up in Boba Fett.
Dude!
Right? That you did not anticipate that. There was no hype behind that. There was no rumors of that.
Right.
Nothing at all. And her with Luke.
Oh my God.
Shut the front
cried.
Door. Shut the front door.
It's what we've been wanting.
Yeah. And you're just like, he mentions his father, and I was like,
are you gonna talk some more? Talk about it. Talk about it.
Where are you going?
Why are you leaving?
Yeah, 100%. That moment shocked the shit out of me in Boba Fett. It was great to see that. It was really well acted by everybody. So yeah, I would say that for sure.
MK says the rice bowl scene from Pachinko got me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some history behind it, so you'd have to watch the previous episodes. But it's about one of the main character leaving her home permanently. To go to a place where she doesn't speak their language, looked down upon because she's Korean, living in Japan, and this bowl of rice, and it made her think of her mom's sacrifice, everything she had left behind.
Wow. To
where it's a very simple scene, and you just look at it and you like boohoo because she boohooed, and I boohooed too. Okay, 9 minutes left, so let's get to this one. Last one from MK on May 27th. Are you watching Obi-Wan or Stranger Things 4 first?
Well, I will have access to both ahead of time, I imagine. So I can't make that decision, can I, Wendy? I mean, are we going to get access to Obi-Wan?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're supposed to debut it at Star Wars Celebration, so I literally don't know how that works.
Shitballs.
I don't know, but I'm going to watch Obi-Wan first.
There's no panel that says, come watch Obi-Wan at this
I got to look at the schedule.
I did. We just did a Jedi Way covering all the panels that have been announced, and nowhere is there a panel saying, come and watch a screening of Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So I don't know where I mean, I guess if you get into the panel with Ewan and all of them, maybe they'll show.
They're supposed to debut it there, aren't they? Yeah. Or are they just debuting it
during Celebration? Yeah, they may be debuting it while Celebration is going on in terms of the date.
So what's that, like 9 a.m.?
Yeah,
10 a.m.
I don't know.
4 p.m.
Yeah, this is why I'm on the fence about getting a hotel, because it might behoove me to get a hotel because you can just record your reaction right there.
Yeah.
But then again, if we get it early, then I'll be able to do that as well. And with Stranger Things, I'm gonna have to reach out to the Netflix publicist people and see if they can get the episodes early, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to Emma Fife, who
yes, Emma.
She'll be doing an after show for Stranger Things for Netflix. So shout out to her. And I don't remember.
Go listen to it. I don't remember who else is there because I stopped reading once I her announcement was. I was like, she got it, excited, happy for you, and it's like I didn't finish reading the rest of the thing.
No surprise, Emma's such a great host. That's such a perfect choice.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. So there you go. That's if I had to choose though, in a perfect world, I would obviously go Obi-Wan first. I can wait on Stranger Things, but Obi-Wan is the one that I'm like, what is it going to be like? Plus, that's generations of fandom.
Yeah. See, that's what it is. I think it's the history we have with Star Wars.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. I think this is our last question.
Okay.
This one is from Rocky Drago 66. I remember when Rocky used to write into Collider Mailbag all the time.
That's right.
So good to see you here. Rocky says, with news of an Amanda Waller HBO series being put into development, what would you love to see this series focus on?
Wow. Well, I mean, you find out in Peacemaker she has a daughter. So how did that come about? What's the relationship there? What was the ramifications of what she did in the Suicide Squad? Because they kind of knocked her out with that golf club and what have you. What happened? What was the result, consequences of all of that? And is she putting together a new team? What is the process of all of that? So I think that's what I'd want to see is what's the show going to be about? Is it about a bit of a subversive show that talks about politics and dealing with Washington and the red tape and the bullshit that goes on there in DC? Or is this going to be kind of a pseudo new Suicide Squad type thing where she's pulling people in to become part of a new squad and what have you? So I don't know what it is, but that's what I'd like to see, and a little more of the exploration of who Amanda Waller is as a person. Because I mean, it's Viola Davis, for God's sakes. So you want to give her a lot of depth to chew on because she will be great at it. So that's what I hope to see. A very deep show. Wendy?
I love sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts in order. I love Viola Davis. I think she is a phenomenal actress. And I think there is no better person to play Amanda Waller but her. But I am not like super, and I know she's important to the whole story. I'm just not super, I wouldn't be super interested in seeing an Amanda Waller focused show.
Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah. I would like to see a spin-off where maybe there's another, it's about a squad that she perhaps put together. Her daughter could be in it, kind of like it, as you said, and she is in it. But I think if it was her main focus, because she's not like Amanda Waller is not a character that you want to really like.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're watching like a Harley Quinn or a Joker.
Yeah.
It's kind of different. So I think that's why, as much as I love watching her act, I just don't know if it was a solely Amanda Waller show. I'd be like, sure, let me put on the Amanda Waller show. Like, I don't know about that.
Let me get on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some cheers here from Theral _unfiction.
Thank you.
It's Friday the 13th. Firestarter is at 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why can't we make a decent Friday the 13th remake? I don't know.
12%.
I don't know.
That's not good.
That is not good. No.
I thought people were liking it.
No, I haven't heard anybody say anything positive about it. So yeah.
Oh no.
Which is where it's just kind of like, oof. I don't know. I don't know why why we can't do a good Friday the 13th remake. Maybe we move past that kind of horror, and we're looking at other things. And I don't know why Firestarter is such a tough thing to adapt. And it's such a good cast.
Even the audience, 48%.
Yeah, 48%. Zach Efron, Gloria Rubin, Kurtwood Smith. It's a good cast.
Yeah, So it's a really good cast, actually.
Good love, yeah.
Did you get to see it?
No. I just I did because I do stuff for Crypt TV. I did the voiceover for their 2 promotional campaigns for it. So they have a little bit of the background of what's going on in this version. And John Carpenter came back to do the music with his son for the show. So it's authentic John Carpenter music on the show. So I don't know why it didn't work. Something to do with the story. And how the Halloween Kills writer wrote it, Scott Teems. So maybe there's a lot of people didn't like Halloween Kills. So maybe there's some issues there about how he's writing a story that don't really work for a lot of people. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the critics, just directly from the Rotten Tomatoes site, says this is from Glenn Kenny from New York Times. This movie brushed aside a lot of things. The most shocking thing about it is how soggily non-committal it is.
Soggily. Oof. That's not a good word to use. Soggily.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wasted opportunity. To call the film a wasted opportunity doesn't quite do justice to what an abject failure it is. New York Magazine / Vulture.
Oh yeah, Vulture don't play.
Oh no. I was thinking it was going to be positive because of the cast. I guess I was wrong. Yeah. I hadn't seen it yet. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Fred Tastic 314 sent us a Streamlab real quick here. Wendy says, "Hey, John and Wendy. Thanks for reading my question. I'll have to catch it on the rebound because interference here at the job dropped my connection when Wendy was halfway through reading it. Great show and have a great day." Oh, thank you, Fred.
Oh, thank you so much. And before we go, Bryant Brawler cheered 100 and says, "Have you guys seen any of the HBO Max miniseries, We Own This City?"
Not yet. I have not yet. That's The Wire people. John Bernthal in it as well. Lady Outlaw is a big fan of The Wire people, so we're waiting for her to be in the right mood so we can watch it. And I hope that mood happens this weekend because we've got the first 6 episodes through a screener app that we can watch. So I want to watch it. And I'm still powering through Tokyo Vice. So I definitely want to watch We Own the City to kind of wash that a little bit out of my head and move on to a new hardcore show. So it's on the list for sure. Bryant Brawler, no doubt. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and RIP to Fred Ward. That's right. Rest in peace to Fred Ward. For those of you who are big Remo Williams fans from the 1980s, or Tremors fans, or The Right Stuff fans, or the fans of The Play, or numerous other things that Fred Ward has been in. He passed away this morning. I think 75 years old. You know, it's a 75. Not a bad life there to hit 75. That's about as far as I want to go. So shout out to him and shout out to the legacy that he has left as an incredible actor here in our world. And as I tweeted out, he will always be our Remo Williams for those of us who watched it when we were kids or teenagers in the 1980s. That great film with a little bit of questionable Joel Grey doing a little, Asian face. Not cool. But Remo Williams himself, really good in the film, Fred Ward. So that's what I'll say. Yeah, nice. You remember him from Tremors, right, Wendy? Fred Ward. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Okay, anything else? Or are we good to go?
I think that's it. I think that is it.
All right, let's wrap it up there. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Friday the 13th for this special Q&A episode here. There wasn't much news going on, so we thought we'd turn it over to you all to see what you guys wanted to talk about, and we filled an hour with your questions, so we can't thank you enough for watching. Thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the Streamlabs. Thanks for the great and lively chat between all of you. Thanks for joining us live here on the show. Wendy, another great show. Please tell people where they can find you and all the stuff you got going on.
Thank you very much. Lots of stuff going on. Getting prepped for, Star Wars Celebrations, my first one. So I'm just like, do I carry the laptop with me?
No,
probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did that for D23. My back was a mess.
Yeah.
The laptop's heavy. Let's see. I did a video with Warren Thompson from Cosmic Wonder about some spoiler stuff I probably shouldn't say, even though most people have seen it by now. But just in case, it is about some of the things we saw in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and our theory of what is next, what could possibly come. So that's the new thing. And then, we're kind of just prepping over here for the Movie Couple channel, going to Star Wars Celebration. So look forward to more content on the channel, and they can follow me on all socials at my name, Wendy Lee Zaney.
There you go. You can follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The Outlaw Nation here on Twitch if you're watching it later on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, go and subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says, and hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping all the content. If you're watching it later on YouTube, leave a comment down below, hit a like, and share it on your social media and tell people how much you're enjoying the John and Wendy show so we get more people hanging out with us live on Twitch or watching later on YouTube. You guys are awesome. As I said, in about an hour, come onto my YouTube channel. We'll be going live to talk about Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be heated. I know that.
Is it with the Geek Buddies?
I did not like it at all. Michael liked it a little more than I did. Shannon liked it more than the both of us. So it's going to be some interesting back and forth between the three of us, and we'll be taking your questions as well as we go along on the channel. So come and join us for that as well. So it's going to be feisty, Gwen. It's going to be feisty.
Very nice.
All right. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be well, and we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of the John and Wendy Show. Have a great weekend.
Bye.